after dark. Flint, Michigan's #1 online podcast show. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Speak for the streets.
What page do you want? Oh, what Facebook page you putting it on?
On Facebook at Terrence Sales. And make sure that y'all stay locked into the #1 podcast in Flint. Flint after dark.
Oh, I think it's going.
Then you'll be able to see it.
No.
Okay.
Do your thing. I ain't trying to mess over what you're trying to do. That's what I'm used to, though.
With Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
Yo, it's your boy Terrence Sales, and this is Flint After Dark podcast. And tonight we're gonna be talking about Congressman Dan Kildee, and I got my favorite brethren on here. My boy George Grundry. Say hello to the people, George.
Hey, what's going on? It's George F. Grundy II, your favorite veteran, and I'm here representing and supporting Flint After Dark with T Sales.
Thank you, brother. And we drunk the water. We drunk the water in Flint, Michigan.
Yep,
hey,
drank the water. Born and raised and drank the water.
Drank the water. Yep. Okay. I did some research on him today. He in the Michigan 5th District. He in a bunch of different organizations and stuff that they say fighting the Biden Michigan friend and maneuvering the veterans. They say he freed a Marine from prison in Iran, and which is cool. I didn't know that about him. And they say he's getting a lot of real aid to Flint families during the water crisis. You know what I'm saying? He's protecting the Great Lakes from the nuclear waste. He's the chief deputy leadership team in the 116th Congress and Ways and Means Committee. He on a lot of committees. He worked to lower healthcare costs on prescription drugs and Social Security, Medicare, and the tax system for working families and needy families too. So he did a lot. What's your take on this, George?
I think the man has accomplished a lot of things in his time in office, and I think it's great that we have such a powerful Flintstone in Congress. I just would like to understand how we can translate that. You still there? You still there, Steve?
I'm here.
Yeah, I just want to know how we could translate that to creating more political awareness and more fairness in with the residents of Flint. Because with that type of influence and that type of national influence and position, I feel like the Flint water crisis situation shouldn't be it shouldn't be so blurry when being a resident, and not to take anything from him and the energy, effort, and things he's done and is doing. It's just like I want to understand where the rubber meets the road and how a person like him can help us help ourselves.
Exactly. I mean, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Because we definitely need help helping us. You know what I mean? Going through this pandemic and this water crisis ongoing for 6+ years. You know what I'm saying? We was already in the national crisis. We was already in the crisis before the national crisis. So you're right. We definitely need a lot of clarity on a lot of things, man. You're right.
I think
He's a congressman. He should be able to help us with that.
I think it's just all about communication in a different platform. You know, he's used to. This is what he's been doing for years. You know, he's been in Congress for years, and so I think the conversations need to be had to where it broadens who understands what type of stuff him and other political leaders do, and how we can help them help us, how we can help push what they need to do and get done so we can help our community. You know, we have stood, you know, in the wing waiting for relief from things we didn't do to ourselves. And I think a lot of that waiting, we could be proactive if we understood a little bit more on what it is we can do politically to make things move forward. You know, voting is one thing, but are there letters we need to write? Is there what actions do we need to take in order to make this work better? For the residents of Flint. For me, it's just one of those things is that I don't want a handout from nobody. I don't want nobody to you know have to plead my case as if I'm begging for something. But I would like to have the ability and the ability to be able to help myself through understanding those that are there that are supposed to be there to help me.
Yeah, that's why when we had did that show, we was just stressing the urgency of voting on the state level, you know, the county level and all that, because like you say, with the national election, we got what was gonna get. It is what it was on that, but you know what I'm saying? And, you know, as far as with Congress on down, it was I think was way more important than anything else. And like you say, we need help with some answers, man. And he should be able to assist us with that. I mean, you know what I mean? And shit, man, you absolutely correct, George. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody to help us help ourselves, man. And like you said, we don't want handout. We definitely don't handout. You know, always stress that the hood gonna say the hood. The hood gotta say the hood. You know what I mean? So, man, I mean, you know, we gonna get some answers here, man. Coming up real soon.
I mean, and take, you know, the hood saving the hood, and he from the dirt. He from here. You know, I don't know how his life was growing up, but he's from these city streets.
Exactly. That's why you should understand when I say that. The hood got to say the hood.
Right. And so when you have people, when Flint has produced so many people that have position to have the ability to help, then, you know, those resources should come back and be, if you know something, you got to teach something. You can't hold on to information and think that things are going to change. You have to, once you have it, you have to put it out there. And if we or myself, if I'm hearing it wrong or learning it wrong or have it misconstrued, then that means there's an issue to where I need to help to understand what I need to know in order to better understand how to help my community through the actions and the powers of the politicians that are in charge.
Right. Well, I'm definitely we'll be trying to get at him, and like you say, man, he a product. He's a product of Flint, Michigan. You know what I mean? Like you say, we don't know his upbringing, but he definitely was raised in the city limits of Flint, Michigan. And you know what I mean? You know, I don't know if he was poor, I don't know if he was rich or whatever, but he definitely got to feel where I'm coming from. When I hit him, if you know what I'm saying, he's from the same city I'm from, you know. And that's the start right there. He's not no outside guy coming in. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we need. We need internal components, man. Because when you're working something out, when you're trying to work something out, it starts internally. It starts inside, and it works its way out. You know what I mean? So, I mean...
And I feel like this, too, if I could. Every the bridge needs to be crossed on everything from like the wealthiest in our community, like folks from the Mount Foundation and these community endowments and all this other stuff. All of them should be talking to you and having conversations to be able to bridge the miscommunication and the understanding on how the community or some of us in the community understand what their jobs are and what they're trying to do to help. Or because sometimes it just they just throwing money for tax write-offs, or sometimes it just look like they doing something just to shut us up, or they just doing something for the pictures, for the TV and all that stuff.
Yeah, for publicity. I said that, bro. I told when I first started this podcast, I said I don't want nobody coming around me if you don't got a true pure heart for my city, because I'm pro Flint, man. And if you coming around trying to get on my show, or you want to talk to me because you trying to do a publicity stunt, or you got something up and coming, and now you just want to show love to the people, man. I told them to kick rocks, man. You gotta show true love, man. And like you say, man, this, what I'm saying, it's the urgency we need the urgency. We need help. We need resources, man. We need to be pointed towards the resources and access all these resources, man. And I just feel that politics, man, they fucking liars. Excuse my English. They lie and tell you what you want to hear. It's like it's common, you know what I mean? That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like a basketball player shoot jumpers. You know what I'm saying? That's what politicians, they lie, man. Every now and then you get a pure heart, it sticks to his word or her word. You know what I'm saying? You got all of them not bad, but the majority, they just a bunch of liars, man. They want to manipulate you and get you to vote for them. You know what I'm saying? Once they get in that seat, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like they change 360. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully,
like, man, they forget about it.
Yeah,
and the thing is, and for me, it's like, okay, well, if that's not the case, and you saying that I need to learn where this information is, I put it like Jay-Z said, allow me to reintroduce myself. Reintroduce yourselves to the community and wake us up again to let us know that we may not be looking in the right spots, or we may not be asking the right questions. Help us figure it out. Right. And, don't just say, okay, if you find it here, and then it's a mountain to climb just to get access or feel like you even part of the community you grew up in,
Exactly. And that's what it's about, homie. That's exactly what it's about, man. And I hope in 2021, man, we see a lot of change. I see a lot of seats change. I seen some good in this election. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, man, I just can't wait. 2021, man, it's a big year, right, man. And like you say, we're gonna see, man. And not to get into that president election.
And
Biden's got to be held. He got to do what he said, man. And if not, he got to be held accountable, man. He said a lot of stuff, man. I want to see at least half of that in action. Put it in action, man. You know what I'm saying? I saw them
more than half.
Well, right. I want to see all of what he said, but you know what I mean. You're right. I can't settle for half. You're right. He got to step up and do what he said, man. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be an interesting
the black community
year, man, coming up.
The poor and black community been eating chitlins too long.
See, hey, I'm gonna tell you where he lost me at though, man, bro. When he said if you don't vote for him, you're not black, man. You know what I mean? I really how dare that white man to say that, right? But then again, man, I just like, man, this dude, man, he didn't mean no harm when he said it, man. But I still, man, that shit play back in my head.
Look,
man.
He old enough to know what he said. He old enough to know what he said. He been in politics long enough to understand the backlash or the effect of it. He understand what shock value is.
Right. Let me tell you something right quick before I remember it. When he said that, it reminded me of I don't know how if you grew up. It was like everybody had a white boy grew up in the hood. We accepted him as us. He poor like us. He's just skin just white, but he cool. First, you know what I'm saying? And we let him get away with saying nigga. We let him get away with calling us niggas because, you know what I'm saying, he grew up with his pups. But then when I got older and the same white guy I grew up calling me nigga, it didn't sit right with me then. You know what I mean? That's how I felt when Biden said if you're not black, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. You know what I mean? So the shit crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I just hope he, like you say, do what he supposed to do, man.
And the reason why I say that everybody needs to come through you as a gate to help us understand better what they mean and what they're saying and what their positions are and what access to certain resources we have is because, you know, you came out and you reworked the system. Don't you have a master's degree?
Yes, sir.
Don't you own a business?
Yes, sir.
Haven't you overcome being locked up?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
So if you've overcome all those things and you're up here, you flying after dark. You
Yes,
speaking for the streets, right?
Yes, sir.
So if they really want the streets to understand something, then they need to talk to one of the representatives or somebody that's trying to hold the mantle, saying, "Hey, I'm trying to be a voice for those like myself that don't have a voice or feel like we can't say what we need to say, or y'all just don't understand where we're coming from."
Hey, homie, I've been saying that. Thank you for that, man. I've been saying that I'm the bridge that closes in the gap from the streets, you know what I mean, to the political world or the suburbs or whatever you may have it. You know what I'm saying? I can bridge the gap. You know what I mean? Like you say, I can make it make sense. But it seems like they scared of putting out the dark, man. I try to get city council on here. I try to get, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, promising political people, man. It's like they scared of me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. I think that it's not. They may have some kind of reservations because, you know, you come with a grimy, gritty tone that they ain't used to. You know, you're a byproduct of your community, your upbringing, and the things that you survive. So when you start cussing and you respond in certain ways, some people get intimidated by that, or they so sensitive that they worried about what people gonna think. Or you went on his show. Okay, is this not a legitimate situation where you got a man that's coming up and creating a livelihood for himself and content to help raise his community? So what is it that you just don't like us and the way we talk and the way we move in this certain subculture of who we are? If you don't like that, then you don't like our vote either. Well, if you don't like that, then you really don't like our neighborhood either. If you don't like that, you don't like us at all.
I'm gonna tell you like this, homie. This shit gonna sound crazy what I said, what I'm finna say, but I guess I act too black. When I say that I act too black, then I wonder and I ask myself, and I'm asking you, what is acting black? You know what I'm saying? Out in California, I reported on it last week. Some neighbors got into it. It supposed to be about a dog. A white lady confronted a black family. She had a taser and everything, and she told them, "Stop acting black." Then I asked myself, what is acting black, man? You know what I'm saying? We just product our environment, man. We that's you know what I mean? It ain't, and we got degrees. We degreed up and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We probably smarter than the motherfucker that talk proper. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a product of my environment, bro. And I want to help my people. I'm pro Flint. I'm pro black. I ain't got a prejudice on my body. I got a lot of white friends. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. I mean, good genuine white guys. You got bad white people just like you got bad black people. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? If they give me a chance, they'll see. You know what I'm saying? I adapt. You know what I'm saying? I got to
look,
if
man,
I'm speaking with an intelligent person, intelligence gonna come out of me. But if I'm talking to a hood nigga, I'm gonna talk to
Terrence,
yes, sir.
They ain't gotta give you a chance. They gotta give themselves a chance to open their mind and open their heart and be real people.
Exactly.
You already doing what you're doing. You making it work, regardless of how things come at you. You making it work. So
Yes,
for somebody to be closed minded and say, no, I can't talk to him. He don't fit in my demographic. Then you ain't real in the first place.
you're not real. That's right. You're supposed to be able to adapt any situation. I can. You know what I mean? I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I gotta talk to a hood nigga, I'll talk to a hood nigga. If I gotta talk to a politician, I'll talk to a politician. I talk accordingly, man. And if they don't like, man, like I tell them on Facebook, homie, on social media, if you don't like what I say or post, you got 3 choices. You can unfriend me, you can block me, or you can kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is what they get with me. This is what they get with me, George. You know what I'm saying? This is what they getting with me, man. And if they get to know me, they'll see I'm a good guy. I'm a genuine guy, man. I might be rough on the edges or I talk rough, but I'm a genuine guy. We can get some shit accomplished, man. Like you say, if they get themselves a chance. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm through chasing and trying to convince people, you know what I mean? I'm just going to do what I do, bro. Help the people, report what I got to report. You know what I'm saying? That's my job as a journalist, man, to report what needs to be reported. And I'm going to do what I do and keep on striving for greatness, bro. And that's, you know what I mean? That's where I'm at with that, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm with it.
Right. That's where I'm at with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I'm glad I needed this. I need to get some stuff off my chest tonight, and I did. This was healthy, man. I'm glad we had this convo, bro. And
for sure,
you always make sense, man. That's why I love having you on my shows, because you always make it make sense, man. And that's where I'm at with that, George, man. You got any closing remarks? Anything?
My remarks is that I would like to see more transparency and more communication amongst all our political people and our advocates when it comes to the settlement of this Flint water crisis. Not so many arguments and discord and things of that nature. Understand that, okay, there's levels to this lawsuit, and let's have a one voice on what it is we need to say and unify on that, so we can broaden what we get from this lawsuit from all of the parties that we suing. Because Flint, we have in this state, we have some of the most powerful political people ever. Our mayor was a state rep, and the mayor before him, she master's degree or doctorate degree and whatever she was in, and so on and so forth. A person like Art Woodson, I haven't seen a politician that he couldn't get to and talk the way he needed to talk to, so on and such. And there's so many others that I could name that have been on the forefront of trying to help the community. We need one voice. We need to get over all the isms, schisms, and things, and say, hey, if we need to give $5 billion, $10 billion, $20 billion to the residents of Flint for being poisoned by water that was 10 times worse than toxic waste at its highest, then we need to resound our voice and say, hey, state of Michigan, you need to do more. Federal government, you need to do more. This is what needs to happen for the residents, because we didn't do it to ourselves.
One voice, one accord, man. I totally agree with you, brother. I totally agree with you, brother. I just don't want my take on this whole situation. My closing remarks, I don't want people to fall for the banana in the tailpipe, smoke and mirrors bullshit, man. It is what it appears to be, and that's what it is, man. And man, it's Flint After Dark, man. Thanks for coming on, George, man, talking politics with me, man. You know what I'm saying? The hood got to say the hood, brother. Peace.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You are now tuned in to Flint After Dark. Flint, Michigan's #1 online podcast show. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Speak for the streets, ENT. Make sure that you follow the homie Terrence Sales on Facebook at Terrence Sales. And make sure that y'all stay locked into the #1 podcast in Flint. Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets, baby. For the streets. Flint After Dark. You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.